Hey guys, Tommy Roney here, bringing you another video. Guys, today we'll be talking about controller and camera settings that will bring your rank up to another level. This will revolutionize how you play, guys. Make sure to stay tuned for it. As always, guys, make sure to click the subscribe button, make sure to like the video, check out my Twitch. I'm probably streaming right now. In fact, if this is the weekend, I'm probably streaming. But make sure to show your support, guys, down below. That's the best way you can show support for this channel. We've just joined a YouTube partner program. Incredible. It is all thanks to you incredible people, man. You are all very welcome. Make sure to comment down below if you have any questions. I'm always happy to answer, guys. Let's get into it then. So guys, I'm going to start with the camera settings because they're the quicker one, yeah? I'm going to go for a few options for you here. And the reason why I'm going to go for a few options is because there are two different ways you could do your camera settings. So telebroadcast, this is what I use. Just the default telebroadcast. I know, boring. Very boring, boo. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man, what are you doing, Tom? You should be using something a bit more fun. I'll be honest with you. If you are someone that's good at creating chances by obviously build up play, by seeing opportunities, use co-op. Now, the thing with co-op is, and I'll be honest with you guys, it is sometimes too high. You want to lower the camera height a bit and maybe the zoom a bit down. You know, if you put it too high up, like guys, you'll literally be looking up from heaven. Like literally guys, it's going to be so high up. You don't really want to do that. So co-op camera angle is something I used to use. I used to. But since I've kind of improved my game in terms of skills, in terms of close proximity kind of 1-2 passes and stuff like that in the midfield, I've not been doing it as much, obviously. I feel like it's not that useful for it. But once again, if you like to kind of build up your play, you're a bit more of a slower player, then co-op is for you. If not, guys, telebroadcast is the way to go, man. You don't fix what's not broken, guys. At the end of the day, telebroadcast is incredible. And I know people play it differently. Once again, if you don't like the co-op because it's too far, but you want to still have something that kind of gives you a bigger view, then guys, increase your height, lower your zoom, and you'll see basically that it's going to be lower, basically, well, higher up, right? And it's going to give you a different angle on the telebroadcast. Personally, I use a 10 and 10, guys. There's nothing wrong with using that. It's honestly perfect for everything. I think it's a perfect balance between seeing everything that's going on the pitch, but also making sure that I'm close enough to the screen or on what's going on, so that I can actually quickly change my position, change my maneuver, and make sure that I can get past the defense, which is the key thing at the end of the day, guys. You're gonna have to be very close to the action to react quicker to what's going on. That's just simple science, guys, simple science. So that's exactly what I do, guys, when it comes to that. Don't worry about all the other camera settings. I mean, they're just set, you know, they're just default, obviously. All I care about is the ultimate team one. So that's why I do, guys, default. And you might think it's boring, you know, but like I said, try it out, you know, try out telebroadcast a bit further away, try out, you know, the co-op camera angle a bit closer, you know, how about that? Maybe that works for you. But I think those two are the only ones you should be playing about with, telebroadcast and co-op, 100%, because otherwise it's going to mess up your whole angle of the whole pitch. And most pros use it, guys. 99% of pros will use that, I'll be honest with you. Right, guys, so let me explain these to you, right? Because, guys, this is very important. A lot of people have been asking me for these, and you need to understand some of these things that I'm doing here. FIFA Trainer off, guys, is the thing that shows you where you're passing, all that kind of stuff. I don't need to see that, right? I just don't care about seeing that, I'll be honest. Timed finishing is off for me. Now, this is controversial. I know a lot of people love timed finishing because it gives them opportunities when they usually wouldn't have it and stuff like that. I just personally have it off. But if you want to have it on, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, guys. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I just have it off because I feel like there are situations where it's literally in the box, the ball's bouncing everywhere. I want to spam B to shoot, basically. So I think that's the way to go with it. Or maybe you're tackling someone and you want to shoot straight away. That's why I do it. Next player switch indicator, very important, guys. Basically what it means is that you're going to see a little triangle over the next player that you are switching to. You want to make sure that that triangle is there, because if it isn't, you're in the mud. I'll be honest, guys, because otherwise you don't know who you're switching to with your LB or L1. Make sure to have next player switch indicator. Pass block assistance. This is annoying, guys, I'll be honest with you. This shouldn't be a thing. This really shouldn't. But basically, your AI players will intercept the ball automatically if it's close by. Now, the reason why I don't agree with this is because it's a lot more powerful than you think. Your players will literally slide across the pitch to get the ball, and I think that's nonsense, and that's on EA. But because of how the game is working, you have to have it on if you want to compete. At any level, you have to have it on, because it's just the way the game is made. So make sure to have that on, guys. Auto switching on air balls and loose balls. This is just a simple one, really, guys. You want to make sure that you don't have to switch your players mid-air, because that's just going to be insane. Like, that's, you're just going to put yourself in pain, guys. So just trust me on that. Air balls, loose balls. Auto switch and move assistance. Now, I used to have it on high, but I realized it's not that important anymore, guys. You can put it on none or you can put it on low. Try out these two, none or low. Basically, what it is, if you have it on high, the player you switch to will keep running in the direction they were running in until, you know, at that point. Like, let's say your player is running back because he's trying to cover a run, then you switch to him, he's gonna keep making that run for a bit longer, so that you have time to switch to him and do all that stuff. Now, none and low could be, you know, it could take time to get used to, but once you do, guys, what it will allow you to do is turn around quickly and intercept, turn around quickly and tackle. It will give you more options than ever before. So I think none is the best one, but if you want to practice and get the, you know, with time, then go on low. Low is also very good. Assisted jockey. Jockey is the movement you do with LT or L2 on the PlayStation. It's the one where you basically, in defense, you're moving around trying to make sure that the player can't get past you. Everyone's using jockey. Jockey movement is the most important thing in this whole game. It literally defines how good you are at defending. And you need to have it on assisted, because it kind of feels like an aimbot. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It feels literally like an aimbot. I don't know what that thing is called, guys, on shooting games, on consoles, right? But you know, when you're playing consoles, to make up for the fact that we're not on a PC, we have a thing where if we aim down sight, it just switches to the, kind of locks onto the enemy. Do you get what I mean? I forgot what that is called. But that's kind of what this jockey does. It kind of locks on to that player. Do you get what I mean? And you need to have that on, because once again, manual should be the best, but it's near impossible to use, and even pros have to use assisted, guys. Auto flare pass, lads, I have this off, yeah, let me be honest with you, because so many people tell me that they're so annoyed because their player does a random roulette or whatever pass, or back heel or whatever. Guys, just put it off. You don't need your players to do an auto flare pass. If you want to do it, use the LT or L2 button on PlayStation. There you go. You don't have to have that. You know, if you have it on, it's just it's a mess. It's a mess. Contextually in appropriate situations. Appropriate in literally, it's the worst word they could have used. It's never appropriate. Auto clearance is on, has to be on, guys. Them times when your player clears the ball off the line or something like that, off a corner, this happens because of auto clearances. You need to have this on. Auto shots on. That's, once again, that rarely happens. I'll be honest with you, rarely happens, but it's usually on the line, or if it's a quick reaction by your player, have it on just in case. Player lock. So this guys is the thing where you can quickly press the, as it says, left stick, right stick together, and then flick the right stick to kind of switch to another player on the pitch and control them. Now, if you're not using this feature, just turn it off. It's a waste of time, honestly. I just keep it on because I never know when I want to use it, or I want to just try out something really cool, so I just have it on. It doesn't really interfere with anything else, so it's not that big of a problem if you have it on, so you don't have to worry about that. But it's just, I don't know, if some people want to have it off if they're not going to use it. Now, controversial, and it gets very controversial here, guys. I'm going to have to expose some pros a bit here, man. A lot of pros tell you that they're going to put it off, and because they're trying to save their image. But when it comes to pro games, I can tell you that in every single pro game I played, and every pro I faced, really, every one of them had this on, and I know this because of the way they were dribbling. This is just what EA added, right? And I know what they were trying to do with this, but this doesn't kind of make up for the fact that they're not making our right stick, right stick switching and left stick movement good enough. When you dribble with the left stick, it should be a skill, right? Contextual agile dribbling takes away that skill, because it's literally doing a face-up dribble with, like, what you would use right bumper or R1 for. Guys, you don't need this on if you want to have that real experience and you're trying to really learn to left stick dribble. I do not think this feature will be in the next game. I'm being honest with you guys, I don't. And when it's not, a lot of people will be put in the mud. But because it is, I use it. But at the same time, guys, look, I'm not going to lie to you like others, you know what I mean? The other people are going to tell you they keep it off. Absolute lie. All of them use it. Assisted headers, off. Off on assisted headers. This is similar to the one before, right? It's a feature that shouldn't really be in the game right now, but you have to accept and move on with it and really adapt, because that's what the game is at the end of the day. Assisted headers, I keep them off, guys, because if I learned how to do manual headers, right? I practiced a lot, like just playing by on the off setting the whole year, Basically, it allowed me to really practice assisted headers and make sure that I get them absolutely on point. It allows you to be more accurate, more powerful with your headers. It's just better, guys, in the long term if you learn it. Right stick switching, guys, player relative. This is so important, guys. You know what? In fact, I need to bring out my very trusty tool here. Lads, right stick switching, the reason why it's so important is because this is what it is, guys. Basically, you're going to see a red dot. The red dot is you defending. Another red dot, that is your other defender, right? Now, let's say the player's running at you. He's the blue dot with the ball, which is the green dot. Yeah? He's running at you. If you have player relative switching with your right stick, if you flick your right stick down, that's basically you switching to the defender you have below you, basically in this case, because obviously this is turned around, so below you. And in that case, you'll be able to obviously get the ball back a lot quicker, right? Now, this is the problem. If you do a ball relative, you're in the mud, because it's depending on where the ball is. And you know how the ball can move absolutely anywhere because a guy can pass. You know, there's such quick movements in this game. You cannot rely on the ball to be in the right position for you to switch with your right stick. Just do player relative. It's the easiest thing in the world, guys, in comparison. Ground pass assistance, assisted, obviously, through ball assisted, shot assisted. I don't need to explain this, guys. It has to be like it is. Cross assistance assisted, lob pass assisted, save assistance assisted, analog sprint, very important, has to be off. I don't understand why people even have this on. Guys, when you press sprint, when you have analog sprint on, if you have to like literally press it harder for you to have more of a sprint. I think that's ridiculous. That's not how it should work at all. So have it off so that you can sprint properly when you press the sprint button. Tactical defending, I'm not even going to get into this, guys. If you have legacy defending, I don't know what the hell you're doing. You can't even use it online, so I don't know why anyone would play on legacy defending. Tactical defending. And pass receiver lock late. Very important. When you pass the ball with a player, and let's say you have to change direction quickly, because out of nowhere, that player is obviously being mucked up by someone else, and you really have to change direction because you don't want to lose the ball. If you have it on late, it means that you can, until the last second when you pass the ball, change direction of where you're passing. Very important, saves you so many times when people are very good at pressing against you, especially the high level players. You can just copy these guys. I don't think I've ever changed anything on here, but I'm just going to put these out for you. As always, guys, make sure to like the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions? Down in the comments below. I'm there, guys. And make sure to obviously subscribe if you're new. It helps the channel. We have a big giveaway coming in 2 weeks, guys. Thank you so much to every single one of you. Thank you. Guys, until next time. Peace.